are going to roll some dice in anger. So
Yeah.
if anyone is watching and you want to like and subscribe or comment, please feel free to do so.
Any nice comments, please.
At this point, I'll just take anything, Sam, to be honest with you.
I fear
Personally,
rejection.
I like the hate.
Don't mention as well, they can also donate a bit of money if they really wanted to the stream. And that enables us to carry on playing, or it gets Dave a Burton Hospital breakfast.
Just gets Dave a breakfast in general. He's starving at the moment.
Dude, I'd share it. I'd share it around. I'd invite you all.
A bean each.
Yeah.
We can all be happy with a measly slice of bacon.
You wouldn't share your breakfast, Dave. Don't lie.
All right, Johnson, you've got me there. I wouldn't share my breakfast, but if I was having one, I would buy you one. Just
okay.
Full disclosure.
Yeah, that's fair.
So we are the Amber Temple, Curse of Strahd, Amber Temple, session 41. So session 41 in total, not 41 sessions in the Amber Temple, because that would drive you slightly insane. When we left, you had met Exathanta. You had discovered that he was sort of the custodian of the Amber Temple, and he implied that there's more in here. There's power that you could possibly be part of, but you would need help getting in there. Sort of phrases, code phrases. But he also discovered that he's got dementia. So after talking to him for a few seconds, he forgets anything about the conversation that you've had. So you're aware of the fact that you may need to cast Greater Restoration to get his memories back.
Did we decide that we were going to do that, or did we decide against it? So we're going to.
Damian was against it because of what he is.
There was an argument for and an argument against, wasn't there?
Yeah.
But that's where you left it. That's the current decision. But I mean, so I'll leave it open. What do you want to do?
I've got an idea. So, he doesn't remember anything, does he? He has a very, very short memory as he is at the moment. Could we not maim him somehow and then restore his memories, or make him with it where he can't do anything, but he forgets we're doing it to him?
So you're basically saying take his legs and then take his legs, then restore him his memory, and
basically turn him into the Black Knight of Monty Python Holy Grail.
And then restore his memory and go, any chance?
Your legs are gone.
Don't know how it happened, mate. We found you.
But surely we would restore his memory of us cutting him to pieces.
Well, if it did, then we'd kill him.
Yeah, he's going to remember that bit as well.
Back together with all his spells and Finger of Death. I
Yeah,
guess you can't cast Finger of Death if you've got no fingers.
Exactly.
I want that spell book.
Might as well just take his whole hand there. There's no point just taking the fingers. That's cruel, isn't it?
I mean, could we not in some way kind of say to him that you've already said we could do that and play on the fact that he's forgetting? Say, well, you've already said we could do that, or we could have that, or you'd show us how to do it. And you go, did I? Oh, right. Do it that way, maybe.
Yeah, do a bit of a time. What are the key phrases for this? Find out what the answer is, and then start again.
Or you could say you've told us the first key phrase. What's the second key phrase?
Will he remember this?
And he didn't remember it.
Yeah, will he remember this whole conversation though as well if we did restore? Remember everything we've said. We all stood in a room with him right now having this conversation.
You can. We'll assume that he's not privy to this conversation, lad.
He's forgotten.
I guess the point is we don't know, and Damian would be very much advocating for the fact that this is a lich. Like, these aren't things to just be pissed about with, and like Damian's almost like, although he's changed his mindset on doing absolutely anything to kill Strahd, he's of the opinion of there's a lot of evil shit in Barovia that is willing to hurt us. Like, we need to stop messing about with this. He's weak, he's vulnerable, we kill him. Restoring him to power is not good for us. It just gives us another foe to fight.
Well, we do kind of need those.
Valkyn's going to... Yeah. I'm siding with Damian on this one because, Valkyn's always up for the stabby rather than talky. Stab first, ask questions later.
I think Reman would be more of the after. He's very much he wants to get all these spells. He wants to spell book. He wants to know the secrets to unlock these other spell books that have been that we've found in the library next door. He's aware that my friend the dwarf. He's very anxious that we're missing a lot of things. That are going to help us to get to Strahd and end him. So I'm very much I don't want to miss anything that's going to help us actually whack Strahd. But ultimately I don't want to get my ass kicked at the same time. So I haven't had much dealing with these lynches, so I'm not sure where we're going. But I need the knowledge. I want the knowledge.
I'm sure you're a necromancer, aren't you? You've been lynched before.
Theodor's chaotic good, so he's happy to kill the guy or not for whatever the greater good is.
What more information have we got? All the information we need about this guy? Is there anything more we can get from him, or about him, like how we can kill him, or get the information we need about the keywords from him, or I don't know. I don't know a lot about liches. So
I'm pretty certain he couldn't remember any of his keywords because he can't remember anything. Like, he's almost just like. And the only way we're going to get any keywords or anything powerful off him was if we restored his mind state. But then, like I say, like Damian's opinion is, we shouldn't be restoring him because it's just going to make another enemy for us to fight.
Would we know of anything that we could do for him, like almost kind of do a pact with us or something, where he wouldn't hurt us if we were to restore his memories, and if he did try something, then he would get obliterated or something? Or is that just thinking too?
You mean like a spell?
Not like a. Well, I mean, again, I don't know how liches function in D&D, so it's more along the lines of: is there anything? Whereas if we were to say, right, okay, we'll restore your memories and things like this, and we'll get you back to how you were. However, if you bait this, this is a pact, yada yada yada, and if this fails, then you'll blow up or some stupid shit. Is there anything like that that anybody knows of or can recall or?
I don't think so. Not without like having to look at magical means.
I mean, is there anything we would know from like our knowledge of liches? Are they bound by anything, or is there anything that they?
Do you want?
Do you want me to just walk over and get wounds on his back?
Do what, Lars?
You see what I'm saying? I'm not trying to overcomplicate stuff. I'm probably overthinking it, really.
I don't know. I'm on the fence.
Let's see what you know then. Let's have an Arcana check. Anyone who's trying to think about what they know about liches, I'd be quite happy for.
Is it undead, a lich?
Yes. Yeah, so you can
Half.
Ooh. You could make it religion if you wanted to.
21 for me. I get advantage with the knowledge on Fae, undead, fiends.
Yeah, okay. So to become things that you'd know about a lich then with 21. To become a lich, you'd have to be it's an evil act to become a lich. It's the process involves people dying horrendously and you causing that death. It's basically a Horcrux creation. And similarly with the Horcrux, liches would have a phylactery. So it's some kind of vessel that souls go into to keep the lich in an undead state indefinitely. They are also
got an idea.
extremely, extremely powerful. 21. There are... Okay, so just to add to that 21, what I'm going to ask for is I can't remember if I did this last time, but I'm going to have a group with a disadvantage, a group insight check.
With disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
Theodor's basically.
See,
Yeah, 3.
8. So that, by rough maths, is giving me an average of about 10 on those rolls, possibly a little bit higher.
Yeah.
So, as this guy is
Sorry, Dave. Would I have any more understanding about this being dabbling in necromancy?
Oh yeah, you'd know all about liches, mate. It's most. I mean, necromancers. It's sort of like the creme de la creme of necromancy. It's something that a lot of wizards that you've either trained with or heard of would aspire as the ultimate source of expression of their art to become a lich. But they also happen to be very, very nasty, horrible people. So other things that you'd know, just to backtrack slightly, because Lewis rolled well with his Arcana, they would be immune to non-magical attacks. So if you don't possess a magical weapon, you cannot injure them. And they also have resistance to other types of web. What did you roll? 21. Yeah, the obvious two that occur to you: resistant to cold and necrotic damage. You're pretty sure undead nature, poison wouldn't do anything to it as well. But in terms of your insight, everything that Exathanta has said to you so far in this sort of... I don't know if you recall, Brungrik went very close to this secret door here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was like, get away from there.
Yeah, he became very animated. He became very verbally hostile, but he didn't outright attack. Everything he's saying to you goes contrary to what Damian is thinking. However, you're all quite experienced in the realm of Barovia now. Is as much as I want to give you in terms of what you would know or guess.
So the question is then, how do we get Valkyn into that room without being noticed?
Well, I was just thinking, like, we could get somebody to distract him, turn him away at least, and then sneaky.
He's over by his desk, isn't he? Has he got papers and things like that on his desk? Is he been a bit busybody in that?
Yeah, that's where his spellbook is. His on that desk. What he seems to be stuck in a loop at the minute from going over to the desk, either doing something, finding something, and turning back to you, and oh, hello, do I know you? And then you'll talk to him for a bit, and then he'll, oh yes, 1 second, back to the desk. So he's sort of stuck in this loop.
And the only other question is then, is if we were to kill him, and with him being a lich, and now we know that obviously the thing that he gets reincarnated in, if he got reincarnated due to that and couldn't die, would that restore his memories? If he was to die, is it the fact that he's just lost his memories because nobody's done him in for a while?
Sure.
Is it worth
thinking
find that thing, destroy it, and then kill him?
Yeah, we can find his vessel, or we could even hold him hostage. If we've got the vessel, so if we've got the vessel or Horcrux that this lich is, if we destroy that, does he essentially die straight away, or do we need to kill the Horcrux then kill him?
I think it would be
I'll give you that. It's a phylactery for liches, but yeah, you'd have to kill him and then destroy the phylactery.
So us holding it isn't in any way going to hold him ransom. He's not. Us being in possession of him scare him.
We need to find it first, though, don't we? That's the issue. And if he's telling us to get away from that room, I bet you any money it's beyond there.
So distract him and then try and sneak in there. Who's the sneakiest bugger among us?
Oh, look at that.
I think that's Valkyn.
I mean, again, the only other issue that I've got then is we're splitting up, if that makes sense.
Depends how big this next room is.
Well, I just thought if we're sneaking in there and we're going to have a look, is it worth two of the sneakiest having a go and try and getting in there? Because then if shit does go down, at least it's two and not one.
Yeah, let's do it. Brungrik?
Yeah.
You haven't spoken in a while.
I'm listening, mate.
He's looking at the stonework, mate. He's looking at the...
Yeah, I'm admiring the stonework to get bonuses to that.
I can definitely have a stab at it. I'm relatively stealthy.
He sat there rubbing it to go, oh. Look at the marble on that.
There's some history in that stone over there. Yeah. I think because I mentioned Pat, he wants to defeat Strahd. That's his main goal now in Barovia. So he kind of sort of, when this guy is saying he's got loads of power available to him, he wants to know what that is. And so it is weighing up the risk versus the reward. So he'd probably be quite on board with distracting him and letting you guys try and snuggle into that room to see if there's anything in there worth our time.
Do it then.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a technical term for sneaking.
Okay.
So who are we sending? Damian and Valkyn, are you going?
What's your stealth?
Mine's a +5.
I've got a +8.
Do you go through them?
It could be me and Valkyn then.
I can't.
Roll stealth?
Yeah, right now.
So you're trying to sneak into the room?
Yeah.
So Brungrik will go over and speak to the Lich and ask him to explain one of the spells in his spellbook.
Gotcha. Okay. Right. So you're going to be sort of stood here then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go up with him, and then I can potentially use prestidigitation or whatever, and create blow the pages on the book, or blow some candles out or something like that to maybe distract him.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So we'll have so that will apply advantage to the roll. So that would. It sounds to me like a persuasion check then, Sam.
Oh.
Why? What were you thinking?
You're not very persuasive, because Theodor is a man of many words.
I was going to say I'm not a charismatic dwarf. It was just literally, I was just gonna say, look, can you explain this spell to me in your book, and that was it. I wasn't
Okay.
expecting I have to
All
roll
right. No,
on
that's
it.
fine then, mate. That's fine.
Theodor's going to get up off the sofa and stand where Brungrik was. He's
Okay.
just so you know, Theodor can't take another battering like he did last time. He doesn't want to be the forefront of getting beaten up.
Stop standing in the front then.
Theodor knows
It's like-
prestidigitation as well, doesn't he?
I do, yeah. And mage hand, so I could tickle.
Hold him down, pin him down.
Okay. So with right. So all I'm trying to do is figure out a way to incorporate a role into the distraction team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'll do? What I'll do is I'll give a Barwolf a second chance to roll stealth instead of the other team rolling.
You better be stealthy, Barwolf.
19.
Okay.
It's about to go down.
Yep. Let's roll initiative.
Yeah, it
Oh,
is.
Just to clarify as well, I did actually move Theodor prior to this. I went and put him back on. I put him back on the sofa.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Ooh, what happened then?
Oh, I don't know.
No.
That was
Did
funky.
mine roll?
Yeah, hold up. I'll add you. So Brungrik we've got at 13. Exothanta rolled an 8. Barwolf, let me stick. Just roll again, Luke, if you don't mind. So you got 24. You rolled really well. So 22 will do. Valkyn got an 18. Can you... Oh,
I got 16 on my first roll.
yeah, wicked. You sound well husky, Jake.
Sorry. I'm
Sexy.
Nice.
You're trying to get the wrong
I'd
front
say,
followers.
Jake sounds a
Theodor
bit
rolled a
deeper.
9.
I'm just trying to embrace my inner Valkyn.
Trying to hit puberty, I think, mate.
Yeah.
You have, yeah. That beard came in tonight.
Yeah.
I grew this in an hour.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, Dave, it grew there too.
I was actually
Hey.
talking about your perfect bush before you came online.
Who's perfect bush?
yes.
Jake's. So imagine he's got like the
He has
perfect
got very
one.
well. He has. It's very well trimmed. Are we still talking about his beard?
Yeah. Down
Oh.
there's like Michael Jackson's hair.
Okay. Right. 1 second. I'm just go. 1 second. 1 second.
This took me a grand total of 27 years to grow this.
It looks good, mate. It's a solid beard. Did I tell you? Did I have my mustache last time?
Maybe.
I went into work with a mustache, loving my life, thinking I've got a mustache. First time in my life, properly styled out a mustache, and got literally 10 out of 10 hate.
I was going to say, how many jokes did you get about being a nonce?
Loads. As soon as I walked into A&E, all the nurses were just like, "What is that on your face?"
People are
You turn
mean.
around and be like, I grew it myself. Leave me alone.
I said like I did. It was after November. They were like, you can shave that off now, and I was like, yeah, no, but I like it. I felt like a Tommy from the Second World War.
Right. So what's...
Go on, Dave, go on.
Are you sure? Have you got to get it out of your system?
Yeah, the moment's gone. The moment's gone.
So what's going to happen? Valkyn moves towards the door, starts to open the door as Barwolf walks over. There's something is disturbed. Barwolf didn't quite pass the test. As Exothanta spins back towards you, and his eyes glow red again. and he says in this voice and this presence that rises up, "Leave that." So the first to react to this, he's not making an aggressive stance, but he's telling you once again to leave it alone. Barwolf, you're aware, you heard the noise, you knew you'd done something, and you spin back towards him. This is either your chance to do something or not now.
Could I? Yeah, I will do. That's fine. Yes, I will do. Could I take a step back?
Yeah.
And see if his demeanour changes in any way.
His demeanour doesn't change. He points, and now that you've stepped back, he points towards Valkyn, and he just, you can see sort of the tip of his finger as he's pointing towards you. His whole hand, the palm of his hand, sort of starts to glow blue, and it stretches down his finger as he seems to be holding something. And he'll say to Valkyn, "Back."
Say to Valkyn, what?
Back.
Yeah, your voice got off.
Back.
Could I do? I mean, what's the group feelings on this?
It's kind of not discussion time. You can have a short soundbite each. A short soundbite each before Valkyn makes his decision, but it's only going to be a short one.
Okay, you know what? Can I use my action to shove Valkyn back from the door so he doesn't do anything?
Yeah.
So it's going to be a step back from me, and as I'm doing it, it's almost like pushing him back because I've noticed this blue thing, and to try and see if it'll de-escalate the situation.
Okay, just because I mean we possibly need a roll with this unless Valkyn is being led back. It's up to you, Andy.
Yeah, we'll roll for it, mate. Yeah.
Okay, so it would be Valkyn's. I'm guessing it's your acrobatics versus either your athletics or acrobatics, Lou. You can choose. Okay, so it's 19.
Damn.
Beats a 6. Yep. So you're pulled back, and the door by itself just clicks shut, and you can see Exothanta. This blue glow lessens, and you see his red pinpoint pupils sort of dim, and he'll say, "Oh, do I? Oh, people, do I know you?" Off we go again.
I think Barwolf will kind of like turn around to Valkyn and go, "That was close, very close," and he'll almost kind of turn to the group and kind of like shake his head.
Sorry to interrupt real quick, Dave. The on the stream, everybody's character information switched around.
I know it's Miller. When he you need to keep your camera on, really, Miller. Otherwise, it messes up the stream.
Sorry, dude. I'm eating my tea.
Yeah, I knew that'd be it. It'll sort itself out once.
Definitely keep it on. I want to see what you're eating.
I don't know how to stop Discord from doing that.
Eat, Miller.
No.
Yeah.
There he is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chew slower.
Delicious.
Chew slower.
You take a big bite out of that.
Is it bacon?
Close. Ham.
Ooh.
Still
That's
a pig.
half a pig's worth of ham in there, dude. Have you got mustard on it?
Unbelievable, yeah.
No, not tonight.
Right.
Now
so
I don't want to watch you eat.
Yeah, I'm going to take you out of initiative. Now.
Like and subscribe. Can I fit it all in my mouth?
If you do, Miller, will you put your mic right next to your mouth and we can turn it into a little ASMR?
Yeah, no problem.
Yes. We might get some more streams that way.
I've got a Werther's original if anyone's really old and wants to.
Go on, play into the microphone, Dave.
It'd just be like me breathing again.
So you're kind of back at stage 1 again. What are you thinking?
We're gonna have to rest.
So
Because if that's where it is, or we try and make a play at him, we're all absolutely shagged. I mean, looking at my,
Yeah, I do think we could get battered.
I've hardly anything left.
We could get ruined, yeah.
I've got 60 something health left, and knowing how powerful liches are,
just as well, Theodor's thinking, like Brungrik said, there's so much more to this place that we haven't explored yet. This guy isn't going anywhere. He's just in a room on a loop. So we can always come back to this room.
Yeah, I'd go with that.
but there's clearly something
We're not
behind
sa-
there of
oh.
interest, isn't there? So
are we not safe in this room while he's, not got a clue what's going on? He seems quite friendly towards us.
What happens if we approach this door?
That door, there's no reaction. He did tell you that if you open that door, skulls would pour out of it. It's perhaps best to stay away from you. But as you approach it, even if you reach out towards it, there's skulls behind there, dear boy. But if you must, you must.
I think that's probably the scores of all his previous victims that have tried to open the other door. I'm not too keen on putting Theodor's in there.
Not adding to the collection, no.
it's gonna be a group consensus then, isn't it? We're gonna have to take a rest at some point, and then probably just crack on either have a go at him after having a rest, or have a rest and then move on.
I mean, the library's a reasonably safe place, isn't it? We can shut the doors up, and I don't think anything could get us from below. So that library that's just next to him is reasonably safe. We could always rest there and then come smash.
See, I'm all up for resting in here with him, because my only concern, that little fucktard that tried to do us over last time that escaped, if he comes back, we're in the room with the lich, we could always, worst case scenario, try and boot him through the door and get him killed.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, if we're resting, we're only really going to be able to get away with taking a short rest in here. We're in a dungeon.
Yeah.
Damian's of the opinion, we can't stop too long, there's too much cracking off here. And to be honest, Damian's of the opinion, he wouldn't want to rest in the same room as a lich.
Especially one that's going to go, oh, you're sleeping on my floor every 60 seconds.
Yeah, it's not good rest, is it?
Oh, you've showed up again.
Oh, what a strange party of people lying on the floor.
You're not taking watch so much as taking dementia watch. I take it in turns to distract it.
Yeah. You're basically being a carer, aren't you? Can't do that job. What do we want to do then? Somebody take lead, make a decision.
See, I'd rather go down. I'd rather rest in here, to be honest. This is only really one way in. One way's got a load of skulls, and the other way, if anything goes near that door, he's going to blast it. Damian might not like it, but we can shove him in the corridor.
Well, Damian doesn't need to rest at the moment. We'll get his action surge back on a short rest. So, I don't even know if I've used it. Yeah, I did. I think I used it in the last fight, to be fair. But
is everybody happy with the short rest then?
Yeah.
Are we leaving somebody on watch or not?
I can go into a trance state, semi-conscious state. If that counts.
Yeah, you only need that for long rest. What I'll say to you is are you sort of splitting the party between the two rooms then, library and this Exathanta's room?
I mean, I'll go into the library.
Yeah, I don't think Brungrik wants to be chilling with some dude, telling him every minute that he's surprised that he's there.
Okay. So, Brungrik and Damian in the library. Anyone else? That sounds like Cluedo, doesn't it? With the lead pipe.
Theodor's in the Exathanta's bed.
Okay.
I'll sit on his sofa.
Yeah. No, he's quite happy to. He does spin around every few minutes or so. Oh, do I know you? But he's easily pacified. So Damian and Brungrik, roll perception for me, please.
That is a 26, Dave.
beauty.
14.
Okay. So,
Tell you what I'm going to do, Dave. I'm going to walk over to this the southern door, and I'm going to open it up.
Oh, here we go.
okay,
Oh gosh.
is that before the rest, or during the rest?
Before the rest.
Okay. Right.
Andy,
so,
I'm in bed.
I have opened that for you. Then, if you want to take your token over to it, and it should reveal it for you. Hex. Make sure I'm reading.
All I'm interested in is all the bones falling out, Dave.
Yeah.
But I'll have a look to see what's inside it.
Well, it is as you open the door. There are hundreds of skulls fall out. So as you sort of sneak it open, you can see and you can hear a clatter, and then all of a sudden they all cascade out. Hundreds of skulls, and they now push you back slightly and fill a small area of this here. Inside, you can see. Yeah. Because all I'm going to say is because you're aware of the secret door that led into here, you become aware of a secret door on the opposite wall behind the room of skulls.
Okay, I'm going to tell everyone that I can see this, what looks like a door at the back of that room, and then I'm going to cast a level 5 animate dead and create 5 skeletons.
Okay. 5 skeletons,
So I guess
you say?
So there's a door behind that door. So we think that on the opposite side, where we potentially think is refractory, is in. There's basically a back door entrance to the other room.
To the other room, yeah. So he is. Let me just go back onto maptool. So he's not happy with you going through this secret door to the north. The one to the south that Reman's just opened, and the skulls. There's a second door through there. Let me ask you: with your raised, are they normal skeletons or are they?
Yeah. I've already got a thingy on my character on my sheet. You created one for the skeletons that I can create.
Okay. How many hit points have they got?
They have got. Oh, let me just cuss that one. They have got. Where did we put them? No, not on that. Extra creatures, skeletons, 13 hit points.
Oh, okay. Right. We'll check that one.
And while I'm casting this, I'm going to have a look over at the Xanthia and see if that sort of sparks any sort of interest.
And roll insight then. Should have control of those.
Thank you.
Are we getting the hit dice back back from a short rest or not?
23.
23. Yeah, he's not bothered. He's there's no reaction from him whatsoever.
Yeah. No worries.
Bear with me 1 second, Lars. Perception 26. Yes, that's what I was going to do. Brungrik, you hear movement on the stairs, but you can't see anything. as the circular stairs coming up here. This is the same time as Reman's casting his Animate Dead, so the Animate Dead goes off. So you haven't had your short rest yet.
Can I investigate?
Sure. What do you want to do?
Probably approach the banister so I can look down.
Down, if you recall, what I'll do is just push your map of the downstairs bits and stick. So very, very briefly, downstairs circles round. You'd got these mouldy boxes. You've not actually been downstairs other than to look. Valkyn did a recce, and you saw these amber sarcophagi, and they had what looked like the Eye of Sauron. I went for the pronunciation again. And that seemed to be like a sliver of some kind of consciousness that was flicking around. But that's all that you can see.
So I can't see anything on the stairs.
You can't see anything on the stairs.
And what was the noise that I heard?
It sounded like someone was. There was a scuff on one of the stairs around here.
Someone sort of dragging their heel a little bit. Round where, sorry?
Round here.
Okay.
Damian's just going to look at Brungrik a bit strange because he's just seen Brungrik get up out of nowhere and he's kind of like gone to look over the stairs. He's gonna be like,
He'll say to Damian, did you hear that?
no, I don't know what you're on about.
I could have swore there was someone walking up them stairs.
I mean, in this creepy place, anything's believable. And I think Damian would then at that point go and take a look over at the stairs as well with Brungrik.
Okay, nothing else now seems. There's no other sounds for a second or two. What I'd like you to do is both make another perception check.
22.
Yeah. There's now a scuff sound from lower
That's a
down.
21 from me as well, yeah.
Okay. And it sounds as if someone or something is now moving down the stairs. Away from it.
Hearing it again, we'll look at Damian and be like, did you hear that one?
Yeah, I did this. I've heard it that time. Damian's going to draw the sun sword out, and he's not gonna activate it yet. He's just going to draw it, and he's going to say, "I think we should investigate what it is."
Yeah. So Brungrik will shout back to the rest of the team and be like, "There's somebody downstairs. Can't see them, but we need to check it out."
Theodor's just going to be like, "Oh, bloody hell, chaps," and get up off the bed. And he's going to walk over to the top of the stairs with
So the sorcerer is going to charge to the top of the stairs and be at the front of the party.
No, I meant to wherever you were stood. I just moved him into the room, but it was right to the top of the stairs. It's not even my fault. It's Valkyn who's always getting me in trouble. Why don't you just open it, mate?
Why don't you just kill yourself, dude? So are you all going downstairs? Are you all investigating now, or are any of you staying where you are?
Yeah, no, I'll go to. Well, I'll go to the top. What I suggest is, unless someone wants to try and go stealthily down the stairs, we'll send my skeletons down first.
Yeah, send the cannon fodder.
Before you go down as well, we should cast some light or something there to try and clear it up so this is something hidden.
I mean, I've got the sun sword which emits light.
Yeah, I was just thinking I could just cast light on some, just chuck it.
I'm just worried about if we alert it though. So depending on what it is, we might alert it to. And I think we'd need
It's going to be that same dude.
Oh.
potentially get the drop on him
If I
or her. Or
if I do a stealth recce, I've got dark vision anyway. So if I do a stealth recce down the stairs, see what's cracking on.
Yeah, because it could be
Everybody's
that
happy with
dude
that?
coming back invisible.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Do we want Valkyn to go on his own?
If we're going to do that, Brungrik will probably be at the top of the stairs, ready to charge down.
I think
Okay.
Damian would go down without. Will want to go down with Valkyn.
Okay. Roll your stealth then for those going down. What I will do.
Not very stealthy. At number 10.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll go too.
Yeah. So you need to take your hit dice off from your because you've not had your short rest yet. You can take your hit dice back. You need to take your hit points off. Right. What's going on there?
Every time Dave says, right, roll your, I always think initiative. I think he's going to say his next word, initiative.
The point where you're trying to finish your sentences, you're like.
Is this for your stealth, Jake?
Yeah, mine was dog shit. It was only a 10.
Okay, righto. Alright, let's take you to the lower map. Pop you on there.
Can I get a time check as well, please, Dave?
Say again, sorry.
Can I get a time check as well? Roughly.
Yeah, sure. Let's say. Let's say midday, 12. Right, what I'm going to do just for now. I'm just going to muck about with the skeletons, and they've all got 13 hit points each. What's that? Is that Miller?
You up?
No, I think we were listening to the news for a second.
Oh, some serial killer thing.
Oh.
No. It's not.
Well, you're not watching Dungeons and Dragons, are you,
No,
Ben?
it's about partners who kill their partner.
Oh.
Very interesting.
Is that for playing too much Dungeons and
About
Dragons?
domestic abuse.
But for having the TV on too loud.
So apparently it's a documentary about partners that kill partners and that domestic abuse if they play Dungeons and Dragons too much.
Okay.
Miller, are you drinking that whole bottle of wine to yourself?
No, probably.
Chance to be a fine
Because
thing.
that's a big glass.
It's Friday night.
It is.
Right. What I want to do then is Damian and Valkyn were going down first. Is that correct?
And me.
And Barwolf. Okay. So as the three of you hit down here, so we need the skeletons are still upstairs. Valkyn's down, Damian's down, Barwolf's down. Briefly give you these, Miller. We are going to roll initiative, so if you want to go ahead and do that while I'm mucking about. There you go, Lars. There's your roll initiative.
And that crashed. It's crashed map tools for me as well because it was so bad.
Yeah, and me.
Yeah, me too.
It crashed, but then mine's like gone back to.
No, it's completely gone off.
Right,
It came up with a warning message.
Yeah, it's what I think. Oh bollocks! What I think that is if two people roll initiative at the same time. I don't think Map Tools likes it. So
We've never had this
who's
problem
missing?
before.
Yeah,
Spicy's
Theodor
is back in the room.
Who's are we missing? Barwolf,
Me.
Reman. Right, sound. Right, I've got a whole world of things to do now. Bear with me a second. What's going to happen is
Just to
from
Right, so are we all back on the upstairs?
you should be downstairs now.
Mine's still shut upstairs.
Up there.
I'll just change it. I've got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me make sure I'm doing this correctly. As Damian hits the deck, from each of the boxes, a vampire spawn leaps out.
Here we go.
Okay.
Well, I say here we go. Theodor's just going to
Here
be
we-
watching a lot of this fight.
Don't lie, you're the tank. You're going to be front line in this.
With
Have
an
that
initiative of 3, I'll be frontlining it, but just watching myself be beaten to death.
Okay. What
It's all right,
what
one
I'm going to ask for is a perception check from Valkyn, Damian, and Barwolf.
That's 20.
Oh, nice.
24.
Oh, nice.
Well.
Yeah.
Okay, wicked. All of you hear from the corner spell casting. And it sounds similar. Meets it, beats it. Yeah, so you all exceeded. Even with invisibility, even with his advantage, you can hear the Arcanolath, the creature that went invisible that you fought last time, casting from this area here. He's still not visible to you just yet, however. So
Can I see down? Can I see down a stairwell, or is it like walled and you can't see until you get to the bottom?
You can. What we need to do is you can see over the banister. So Valkyn's down. We'll say Barwolf's down. You know what? I'm going to move Valkyn just to the side as you've started to stealth down. So you can all see down the railings. Theodor, if that's where you're positioned, you're going to be about 25, 30 feet up this spiral staircase. Yeah?
I can still see down. Yeah.
You can still see down. So all of your skeletons for Reman are kind of floating around this area. 1, 2, 3. You'd probably have them in front of you, wouldn't you? So I'll overlap them for now.
Okay.
So there.
I rolled initiative for them each. I rolled initiative for them each, Dave, but I don't know who got what. I don't know if you want to number them at your will. Skeleton 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm happy for you to do that. Or do you want me to ignore that?
Don't you do it on your turn?
Yeah, I didn't know if I was supposed to roll initiative for them or not. I couldn't remember, so I just did.
The spell should tell you.
Yeah, I think it's on my turn, isn't it?
Right, let me take them out of initiative order then. This is taking a long time to set up. Well, no, it's all right, mate. That removing them is not an issue. And remove token. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. Yeah. So the first vampire spawn to act as it leaps out is this one here. Did you say the sun sword is up, Jake?
Well, I said I'd got it in my hand. I haven't actually activated it yet.
Okay. This vampire spawn is going to run towards Valkyn and Damian. I'm just going to roll a d4. 4. It's going to be towards Barwolf that it takes an attack. So spawn. Let me just move that to the. It's a little bit easier. So against Barwolf, then first attack is going to be an 11. That misses you. And the second attack is going to be 16. So both attacks miss Barwolf. It is Damian's turn now. Then.
So I'm going to use my bonus action to ignite the sun sword.
Yep.
And then I'm going to sidestep round this way here. And then I'm going to attack this one here with the sun sword.
Sure. So straight away, as the sunlight hits these vampire spawn, the skin starts to blister and they're hissing at Damian. Roll to hit.
23 to hit for the first one.
23 hits. It is undead, so you get your extra D8.
Oh yeah, so it's an additional D8 into it. So that's the first one that's 17 plus another D8. Oh, only plus 1, so that's 18 points of damage to it.
Okay, yeah.
And then I'm gonna rinse and repeat. For a natural 1.
Ooh, no good.
So that's
Yep,
done.
Brungrik's turn.
So Brungrik's going to run down the stairs. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So he's going to be sort of in the middle of the room.
Yep.
And then can everything roll me a Constitution saving throw, please, Dave?
Okay.
Including the hidden man.
Okay.
We need to do it as well, Sam.
No, just the bad guys.
Just
Right,
the bad
so
guys.
I'm going to
Bad
go. I've alphabetized them. So I'm going to go alphabetical order with the last one being the Arcanaloth. So Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
So...
Does discriminate.
Yeah. What's the DC?
17.
Wow. So 1 fails. Or A fails. B passes. C fails. So A, C. D passes. E fails. And then for the fella that he fails as well.
So the failures take full damage, the passes take half the damage.
Okay.
2d8 radiant damage. So that's 23 points of radiant damage.
Ooh.
Is a naughty spell. What's that?
That is my cleric ability, Radiance of the Dawn.
No, that's a lot of damage.
It is a favourite of mine whenever we get mobbed, because it tends to knock a few out, or at least knock them down enough quickly.
Oh, there's F as well. Hold up. I need to roll another.
No matter what game you play, AoE is the most satisfying.
When Dave did the introduction session for Brungrik and Theron, he put a load of blights up against us, and I ran in and did that and wiped out like 75% of them in one turn.
Nice.
After I made a dick out of myself.
Oh, there was that one as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else
is
from
radiant damage, Dave, as well.
Got you, mate. Yeah, yeah. Anything else from you, dude?
No, I think that's yes. Screw it. Bonus action. I'm going to summon my spiritual weapon behind the one that Jake has attacked and have a swing at that.
Okay.
Going all in.
So, your spiritual weapon is this axe, I believe, behind the one that Jake's just attacked. So,
yeah,
that should be yours to control now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where's it gone? Oh, it's a 28 to hit.
Still hurts.
It sat on the natural 20 for a second. For max damage, 13 points of force damage.
Nice.
Wicked.
Okay, so that's Barwolf's turn.
Okay. I'm going to try and move away. I know I'm going to provoke an attack, but I'm going to risk it for a chocolate biscuit.
Okay, it's going to be 2 opportunity attacks, or depending on where you're moving, you're stepping back. Yeah, okay, 2 opportunity attacks. First one rolls an 8. Second one rolls an 18, which does hit you. That... Bear with me. So it would have been C. Yeah, so that's 7 points of damage.
7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was 2.
Yeah,
Who
first
am
one
I
missed.
gonna go up? Ah,
First
right.
one missed.
So, Vampire Spawn E.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a shot at him with my longbow
Yeah.
using a Bloodseeker arrow, but I'm
Okay.
also going to take my sharpshooter feat.
Yep.
So, I attack roll with advantage, but I take away 5 from the roll.
Yep. How many of those you got left?
3 now. 25, so 20 to hit.
20 hits.
Cool. So it's this plus 10. So 22.
Nice.
And then I'm just going to have a go with a regular shot, not using a Bloodseeker arrow. But I'm going to use the sharpshooter feat again and just, again, risk it for a chocolate biscuit.
Okay, let's go.
19.
19 hits.
23 points of damage.
Nice. So they are resistant to non-magical damage. But still a hefty swab. Anything else from Barwolf?
Even with silver arrows, is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Silver only applies to werewolves.
What is it?
And some other things, but yeah.
Some other things, but yeah, predominantly werewolves.
Okay.
Classic.
No, I think I'm good.
Okay, so it is Vampire Spawn E's turn, and he's kind of got... I'm going to split this 3 ways. I'll start getting you to roll the random bits as well. Lewis, would you roll a d6 for me, please? So it's going to be 1, 2, Brungrik, 3, 4, Barwolf, 5, 6, Theodor. No. So
Oh,
charges. This one charges straight towards Brungrik.
That's he's the one below it.
Say again, sorry, Matt.
That's F, isn't it?
You've moved F.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, dude. Nice one. So charges straight into you. First claw is 12. Second claw is 13.
Oh,
That's an easy
I'm
10.
going to
Get out of
cast.
here.
I'm going to
get out
cast
of here
silvery,
with that shit.
silvery barbs.
They didn't hit, mate.
I did not. I'm not.
No.
Yeah.
We cast silvery bob so well.
Yeah.
You are.
Save it.
So D
It's made of
is
snow
just going to
stuff.
charge at Brungrik. You're basically it's just straight in front of him, so I'm not going to randomise that. First attack.
I had
First.
blasted all of them.
Yeah. Here we go. 25 to hit Brungrik.
Silvery bobs.
Yeah. Now I'll cast the silvery barbs
Nice.
on this one.
Who are you giving the advantage to, Andy?
I'm going to give it to. I'm trying to touch screen on screens that aren't touch screen and all sorts. I'm going to give it to. Is that Valkyn? Yeah.
Valkyn's next. Yeah. Okay, so I'll roll this attack again. It's an 8, so both attacks miss thanks to Silvery Barbs. Valkyn's turn.
So already got an advantage. So does that sort of cancel out my assassinate if any creatures haven't taken their
Yeah.
turn yet?
Yeah, and
Um,
also I've been reading
oh.
Assassinate. They have to have surprise against them. So it's not just they haven't had their turn. You have to have surprise against them. So we have been doing it wrong. But yeah.
Okay. So which one? Just against the guy in front of me because they're still in 5 feet of Damian. I don't really want to move away.
Yeah, I think you're telling me you want to hit this one.
Sorry. Yes.
Number A, yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Number A.
Yeah, I should start doing numbers. Actually, it's probably easier. 28 hits.
28.
I just like.
Wait.
So that's 9 points plus my sneak attack. There's 19 points.
That's with your plus one dagger, yeah.
Plus damage.
I'm getting a lot of fuzz from you tonight, Miller. You see the green bar around your box? It's going off quite a lot.
Must be next door. Sorry.
You can turn your sensitivity down on your mic a little, mate.
These vampires spawn are nails, aren't they? They've got quite a lot of HP.
They're pretty tough. Anything else from you then, mate?
Yeah, I'll bonus attack. Stabby.
Okay.
Kill him, Valkyn.
This is the short sword's not going to do anything, so I'm going to have a crossbow attack. Those in close range, but crossbow attack with silver.
No, your short sword, it will just be, it's just resistant, so you won't do your full damage.
I would with a crossbow with a silver arrow, would a not silver bolt. What sword it is then? It's a 10 to hit.
No, that's going to miss. Okay.
Fire stop going now. I think keep the letters though, just because it's nice to see the D.
Yeah.
There it is.
Been literally cooking that one up for ages as well.
Sorry, mate. I missed what you said there.
Oh.
I'll be honest, Dave. It was such a bad joke. I can't.
Okay, fair enough. Right.
Just watch the stream back, and you'll be disgusted with me.
Was it that bad? Okay.
Feel disgusted with myself.
Okay. Sorry, I'm pausing. I'm stalling now because I've got a decision to make for the Alanonl. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reveal the Alanonl to you because he is going to have to cast a spell after Brungrik has made his radiant attack and everything that you basically pummeled this lad last time. And he's looking bloodied. He's got. He's looking as if you've covered him in his own gore and ichor and blood. But so you can say yeah. I'm just trying to keep myself honest here. No, that's fine. Yeah, so he is going to disappear again. But he turns away from you as he finishes casting a spell, and he turns towards this little crack in the wall here.
Right near the Amber Golem.
Well, that's the other thing that becomes obvious to you is you can now see the inert form of an amber golem. It's not moving. Just through the gap to the south there. But the Arcanoloth seems to have disappeared. Fact. Still need chance. I've discovered playing D&D. Invisibility is such a horrible thing to try and do without actual tokens, and so it is kind of nice. But he's and it looks like he's teleported away. He's disappeared from from where he was and moved. So that's Vampire A, who's got a choice of 2. Sam, would you roll D4 for me, please? It's 1, 1 and 2, Damian.
2.
Yep, it's
Sorry,
2
Valkyn.
attacks. No, it's Damian. 1 and 2, Damian.
Oh.
So 2
Sorry,
claws. First one is 12.
Gonna miss.
Second one's a crit. 26.
Wow, man. I ain't blocking that.
That's 11 points of slashing damage.
You've used your
Can I do
reaction
Warding
already,
Flare?
haven't
Yeah.
So I'll do Warding Flare then as my reaction.
I've rolled
does that do?
I've rolled a second crit.
So it's a disadvantage. Oh.
Yeah.
Disadvantage, but
Double crit, man. That's good going, Dave.
Thank you very much. It's slightly more damage, this one as well. That's 13.
Oh, man.
sorry, Jake.
So that's his turn, which takes us to F. Right. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to use his spider climb feature. He's going to move 10 feet this direction, and then he's going to climb and jump onto the balcony next to Theodor.
Of course he is.
Yeah. So first attack against Theodor is going to be a natural 1. Second attack is 16, which I believe hits you.
Can I use my reaction, Dave? Blood Curse of the Eyeless on it.
Yeah.
So I'll roll a 1d6 and then we subtract that from your hit roll.
Okay.
That could do it.
This needs to be a
5.
2, dude. Yeah, boy.
Nice. You've got some nice reactions, you boys, haven't you? So that's that spawn's go. B we're on now, which is the one at the bottom, I believe. Yeah. He's kind of got 1, 2, 3. He's got a choice of 4 in front of him. So it's Mr. Miller's turn. Roll a D4, and it's Damian, Valkyn, Barwolf, or Brungrik. In that order.
Roll a d4, mate.
Then he's rolling.
It makes the most logical sense.
Yeah. He's going to run into a flanking position as well.
Mm-hmm.
So first attack is going to be 17.
Nope.
Ooh. Second attack is 14.
No. Get out.
Yeah.
Get away from me.
Nice. Reman's turn.
So the first thing I'm going to do is deploy my skeletons.
Yep.
I'm going to send 2 up towards with instruction to protect Theodor.
Nice.
Thank you, good sir.
He may not like him, but let's do some good.
Just stack him on top of each other,
Theodor
mate.
finds
That's fine.
the disgusting.
I'm going to send the other 3 down to put a wall around Damian and Valkyn.
Okay.
And I'm going to launch a fireball down into sort of around here. sort of like the entrance. Can I see that from where I am, Dave?
Yeah.
I asked because we couldn't see the chap that was hiding down there. I don't know if it was because he was concealed or whatever. But so it should just be out of or a 20 radius. So I should sort of have an arc like that. So I should get this one and this one.
About that.
Yeah, about there.
Okay. Yeah. That's fine.
So.
Oh no.
Maptool's been right then tonight.
Yeah, there's a lot going off. This is my fault though. I've just moved that thing into somewhere that you can't see. So one second. Yeah.
Are you going to ignite an amber golem here, Ramen?
I was just thinking that. We picked
Yeah.
that fight.
Maybe. So it's a dexterity saving throw of 16.
Mm-hmm.
And where are we?
First one rolls. The second one fails. Right, that's going to be annoying until I can get rid of it.
Yeah, I can't do anything.
Yeah. I'll see what I can do. I can sort it.
Hang on. See if this
Right.
works.
Expecto Patronum!
Patronum!
Hopefully that's worked. Not expecto Patronum.
No, I reckon that worked. Feel it.
How much? 31.
Yeah.
Okay, so that one takes 31. Wow. So the one at the back is looking very, very rugged. Any movement from you, Millet?
No, I'm going to stay where I am, but my skeletons, I've got instructions to protect those that they're next to.
Okay. So that's Theodor's turn then.
So Theodor's going to turn around, just kind of dust off his robes a little bit because he's been patiently waiting for his turn. He's going to firebolt, but twinned, so 2 targets hit. I've got these skeletons next to me, Anna Miller. Thank you. F and E. Can I see E?
Yeah, you can see over. It's that both rolls are going to be with disadvantage because you're within melee range of this vampire spawn.
Yeah. And if I move away, I'm going to get a hit on her.
No, you can move because I've got my blood, the curse of the eyeless. Every time that makes an attack on you, it's 1d6 off the roll.
It's a literal roll of the dice.
Well, we're rolling diceinanger, aren't we? So
okay,
I'm going to move back and take the risk.
He rolls 20 to hit you.
So what do we need then, Lars?
6.
Oh.
6. And I was gonna.
Yeah,
it's close enough. I was gonna bonus action to try and heal you as well, but not after that. Not after that werewolf.
It is 11 points of damage.
Let me just apply them.
We tried.
Bam.
Yeah, well, it's a normal attack now. 2 normal attacks instead of just the one. So
yeah, it was worth me being hit for that Barwolf, so you know. So yeah, F and E just to try and help Brungrik out because he just a bit of a tough spot.
Okay.
He's fine. Brungrik's fine.
Should I do? I'll do F first.
15 hits.
For 17 damage.
Good roll. Yeah. And then E.
Then a 14.
No, one less than you needed. 15 was his AC.
We know what their AC is.
You do. Yeah, only because Lars rolled a 14 and a 15. 14.
Can I use Favoured by the Gods though? Use it once per short rest and gives 2d4 to any missed attack rolls.
Yeah, you don't need to roll them because you only need one, and it's 2d4. But you can roll them if you want because it's diceinanger.
So I can't see down the bottom of my screen because I've got my iPad in the way. Definitely rolling them though, because there we go, just for everyone to see.
Nice. So you can roll your damage on that one then.
Finish him.
18, decent.
Yeah, 17 and 18. That's not a bad round. How does that one die, Lars?
So he's swirling with both hands, fires off one with the left towards Vampire Spawn F, and then with the right, blasts one down. And just as he fires it off, he's like, Brungrik, duck! And just obliterates that other vampire, blows his head off.
Nice.
You nearly singed my beard!
Anything else? Any bonus action?
Bonus to heal. I'll use Healing Word. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at hit points on Barwolf.
Okay.
It's not touch, is it?
No,
Healing
it's
word
30
isn't, no.
feet.
Let's check.
So, it might be 60 feet, actually.
30
Check.
15 hit points.
For 50.
Thank you.
And he'll just look over at Barwolf and just give him a little wink. Wink.
Wink, wink. So that is top of the round again. Round 2, Vampire Spawn C. Oh, you know what I've not done? Okay. Oh, we'll start doing it now. So Vampire Spawn C, as you can see, the effects of the Sun Sword starts to burn him. And he's going to take automatic damage from the Sun Sword. But he is going to strike back. He is next to Valkyn and the skeletons, but he can still get to Valkyn, so he's going to try and attack Valkyn. I'm just going to move that skeleton slightly. Against you, Mr. Johnson, first attack is going to be a 23.
Will he not get disadvantage because the skeletons are under orders to protect them?
No.
No.
That you need them to actually get in the way.
Well, he was in front of them. They were in a wall. You moved him out of the way.
Yeah, but you can't stand them in the same space. You'd need Valkyn to step back to make that effective. So
I tried.
what? Yeah.
Nice try,
That's 10 points of slashing damage.
On then.
Second attack is an 8. Yeah, that misses. Damian's turn. You're mute, Jake.
It's because I don't want to kill everybody with my coughing. I'm going to
Mr.
take a swing at this bad boy.
The one in front of you.
Yeah. 28 to hit.
28 hits.
For 12 points of radiant damage. That's not including the other D8. That's 14 points of radiant damage, yeah.
Yeah, that one dies. How does that one die?
Lovely. Damian's just going to almost just like carve it in half as it just like turns to ash in front of him.
Okay.
And then on that note, he's then going to step into that void in the middle.
Yeah.
And then he's going to take butchers at the one that's in front of him.
Okay, go for it.
For a 26 to hit.
That hits.
for 17, and that's 21 points of radiant damage against him.
Very nice. Anything else?
Damian's then going to punch it
Okay.
from an arm strike for 28 to hit
That hits.
for 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, that's non-magical,
Punch
isn't
and a
it?
vampire.
Yeah, it's not magical damage.
Jake, I told you, you need to get the magic fists.
Yeah, I don't get that to
Yeah,
level
magic
6 of
hands.
monk though.
Brungrik.
Cool. Brungrik, he's obviously hunkered down. You know, he's drawn them all towards him. He's now going to grab the holy symbol of Ravenkind around his neck. And all the vampires spawn need to roll a will save? Wisdom save. DC 15 wisdom saving throw.
Okay. So I've got 4.
Mm-hmm.
Fail. Fail. Pass. Fail.
Cool. The 3 that failed are all paralyzed for 1 minute.
Paralyzed. That one failed. That one passed. Paralyzed. Okay, paralyzed then. So it gives them the incapacitated feature, which basically means you get advantage to hit them. And if it's a melee hit, it's an automatic crit.
So enjoy that one, boys.
Yeah. That makes it Barwolf's turn.
Hang on. Bonus action.
Yeah. Oh,
Bring my
yes.
spiritual axe across.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to have to do it. Oh, no, I'm going to have to go for the paralyzed one, even though tactically it makes sense to go for the other one.
Okay, so it's roll with advantage, and it's an automatic crit.
Sorry, it's having a bit of a moment. I rolled a natural 20.
There you go. Then. So it should let you do the natural crit automatically.
It's double crit then.
16 points of force damage.
Nice. Oh, not 169. 16 points of force damage.
Yeah, no, Dave, 169 because I double crit. I critted my crit.
So Barwolf then.
So just for those that are watching and don't know what it does, if we were to attack them again, would that mean if I hit him now with a melee attack, it would be a crit again? Or is it crit been wasted because of the spiritual weapon?
Always
Nope.
a crit.
Always a crit.
Always a crit.
They're incapacitated. They're paralyzed from the Sam's ability.
Cool. Okay then. So I'll tell you what I'll do then is I'm going to stand where I'm standing.
Yeah.
I'm going to do bonus action. What's it called? Flame. We'll just call it flame on. You know where I do my flaming sword thing. So 2 damage, but my sword's now magical and on fire. Vampire spawn C. I'm going to have a attack roll at him with my silver katana. That's advantage, isn't it?
Is it? Does it make it magical, or is it just extra fire damage?
I will read it out to you.
As long as it says magical, mate, that's fine.
Hemocraft infuses your weapon strikes with elemental energy. While in that effect, you make this weapon magical and deal extra damage equal to your Hemocraft die.
There you go.
So, Vampire Spawn C. I'll have attack on hit. That's okay.
Yeah. So advantage and auto crit.
So 26 to hit.
Yeah.
How do you auto crit? Or is it just crit damage?
Right click the damage, and it'll give you an option
roll.
to
So 13 plus 2, so 15.
Nice, that one dies.
Cool. And then the other one, Vampire Spawn B.
Yeah.
I'll rinse and repeat if that's okay.
Of course it is.
Ooh, 19 to hit.
Yeah, it still hits.
21 plus
21.
6. So that's 27 points of damage.
That's very nice, Lewis.
So-
Anything else from
yeah.
you?
No, that's me. Thank you.
Okay. So that takes us to the only spawn that isn't held, who is going to fight to the bitter end. He's going to attack Brungrik.
Does he not need? Is it in close enough range of the Sun Sword to take damage?
Yes, thank you, Jake.
No worries.
Have I missed that with any of the others so far?
No, because I
Don't
think none of
have.
the others have hit initiative yet.
Yeah.
Unless it would have counted from the first round, but I was quite a way away.
Yeah. First attack was a natural 1. Second is 23 to hit.
Warding Flare.
Okie dokie. 10 to hit.
No.
Mr. Johnson, Valkyn's turn.
The 8th. It'll make move to D.
Yeah.
I went Scottish then. It will be just a normal, well, not a normal dagger, the magical dagger.
Your +1 dagger. So it's advantage to hit an automatic crit. So if you hit with this, yeah, it's a crit anyway.
Yeah.
So it's your crit for normal and sneak attack. I think you can right click the sneak attack one and it should let you.
Yeah.
8d6.
Jesus.
See, so 41 damage.
Jesus. Huge.
Good. Huge, dude.
He's clearly dead. How does that one die?
So, as he kind of runs up on this chappie, he's going to. I don't know if any of you remember like old school wrestling, like WWE, WWF, as I remember it. Wrestling, the DDT, where you kind of
WCW.
run, grab. Hey?
I was just agreeing.
What was that? The WCW?
Yeah, like the old school wrestling days, WCW, WWF.
WCW was like the poor man's WWF, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
WCW was, yeah.
It had some good champions, though.
Good game as well on PlayStation.
WCW.
Dave, I'll be back in a sec.
Yeah.
It is a question. Sorry to take you out of the gaming, but who's the oldest wrestler you remember from your childhood? So how old you are?
Probably like the Undertaker, like that WWF era Undertaker.
Yeah. No, I remember like Jake the Snake.
I've watched
leading it.
Because Jake the Snake Roberts lost to the Undertaker at WrestleMania, didn't he?
Yeah,
that's part of
Legion of Doom. Anyway,
yeah.
No, we need to know. We need to know now. We need to canvas this round.
Okay, Lewis is munching.
I think Lewis was AFK when was talking about wrestling. So he's just come back and all he's hearing is like Jake the Snake. He's like, what's he doing?
Talking about Jake
Put
Snake.
it away.
We're talking about to gauge how old you are. What's the sort of the wrestler from WWF?
Takashi, Undertaker, original Kane, Triple H.
Yeah. That's where I'm at. Probably the same
Triple
with
H.
Lewis.
Okay. But I
Like
feel
the-
old.
Like
Yeah.
the Attitude Era stuff with Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock.
Yeah.
Way before the movie
It's all about
started.
Ultimate Warrior. Ultimate Warrior.
It's your turn, Miller. We're gauging how old you are by which wrestler you knew first.
Miller remembers when wrestling was invented, mate.
So Big Daddy and Giant Haystacks are coming in.
Oh,
Yep. That's where I am, mate. Big Daddy and Giant Haystacks.
Wow.
Right. So first
go.
thing I'm going to do is these.
Hold up, mate. It's not your turn.
Oh, I
We
thought
were
you
just
said it was
talking-
my turn.
No. We were just talking
Sauce.
about wrestling.
Oh,
My
What was his
first,
name?
because it used to be WWF, didn't it?
No, before that it was just your normal standard wrestling on a Saturday afternoon before the
Yeah.
18.
It was, yeah. But my
Yeah, and
first
also
recollection
SmackDown,
of WWF
SmackDown.
was the Ultimate Warrior. It was an Intercontinental Championship bout against the Honky Tonk Man, and it lasted 9 seconds.
Honky Tonk Man.
And you had at the outbreak of the Gulf War, you had Sergeant Slaughter versus Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
The Bushwhackers.
Yeah.
Bushwhackers. Yeah.
I do remember Hulk Hogan, but more
And
for TV shows and movies than for wrestling.
Yeah,
makes sense.
same. Yeah.
He did some cracking cheesy
Yeah.
movies. Paul Hogan did.
I think
Macho Man
I
Randy
think I had
Savage.
that.
So I
Yeah.
was going to say, well, Macho Man Randy Savage was in the original Spider-Man film, wasn't he, with Tobey
He was.
Maguire? He was
Yeah.
he was Bonesaw.
Yeah.
The Undertaker.
Yeah.
The Rock.
Rock was after my time,
Yeah, I
really.
had that. The
Yeah.
wrestling match on about the Ultimate Warrior versus Honky Tonk Man. I had that on videotape. With like WrestleMania 88 or 89. or something.
Videotapes.
Yeah,
The kids will never
I
know.
watched that many times.
Yeah. Mark's got a recording on videotape of Star Wars at Christmas with adverts. So it's got the original Ewok Yub-Nub song on it.
Oh, yeah.
The old version of Anakin, obviously.
Like, I
Yes,
never get what they changed it.
That has. We've still got that on VHS with the old Anakin on it.
Have you?
Yeah, it was always wrong me ever did that.
Yeah. Right,
It never
anyway,
made sense.
should we finish this up?
Sorry, yeah. So I DDT'd him basically,
Wicked.
him or her, with dagger in hand, and as I'm sort of swiveling around the neck, I'm drawing the dagger around the neck, and I'm landing in a classic hero landing. One knee down, one knee up, and if it had hair, it would fall down in front of my face, and then I'd flick it back.
Nice.
Oh, Black Widow.
So
That's the one, Sam. That's the one.
the Arcodalath seems to have disappeared. It is the Vampire Spawn's turn, who does get to repeat his or her saving throw, wisdom save.
Is he?
Fails. Yeah, end of every turn. So Millet, it is your turn.
Did it need to take damage, Dave, for the Sun Sword?
Yes, thanks, mate. Well done. Which means that one... Did that one take damage from the Sun Sword?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. Yes,
Just a
it
minute
did.
ago. Yeah.
Wicked. Yeah, it is your turn then, Millet.
Okay, so at the top of the stairs, these two skeletons are going to move in and start having a public one at the top here.
Sure, yeah, okay.
What do they roll? I'm because they haven't got any weapons as such. They're just going to pummel them with their fists, I think.
Yeah, unless you could give them weapons, there's nothing available.
Yeah. So what am I rolling? Because I haven't got any. I don't know what I roll for a punch up.
It would normally be like 1 plus the strength modifier.
Yeah, it's only 1 plus the strength modifier. Doesn't the spell tell you?
It only I've only got like for the actual characters. It's just got action, short sword, melee weapon attack, +4 to hit, reach 5 foot, one target, piercing
Right.
damage, and short bow. I haven't got anything for.
Yeah, so yeah,
Just
because you haven't got the
punches, but-
weapons, so they would be +4 to hit. What's the strength bonus? Strength modifier.
They're just strength 10. They haven't got a modifier.
Okay, so it's just 1 damage then.
But he's paralyzed, isn't he, or whatever?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So it'd be 2 damage because it's a crit, but they're resistant to it, so it's still 1 damage.
Ah, okay. So what am I rolling? Sorry for
D20 +4, I think it is.
All right. So the one on the to the east first.
That hits 1 damage.
And then the one to the west.
No, that misses.
And then I think I'm just going to chuck a fire bolt at him.
Okay.
Oh wait. 24 to hit.
That hits.
And 14.
14. So hold up. Let me just double check something. Rolls. Yeah. So you would actually get advantage to hit. So just roll again, just to make sure you don't crit.
Oh, sorry, with advantage.
Yeah. So just normal hit.
Sorry,
because you've already rolled once.
I rolled a second time then, just a normal roll, and that was 10.
That was damage. What are you listening to, Lewis?
I did. Sorry, it wouldn't let me hit the it wouldn't give me time to hit the advantage, but a normal to hit was 19.
Yeah, that's okay.
So,
That's,
27.
Yeah, so it's 14 damage. Any movement from you?
No, I'm going to stay put. But the 2 skeletons at the top are been given instructions not to let anything pass it.
Okay. So that's Theodor's turn. And there's 2 left.
Whoop, whoop. Right, so Theodor's gonna use one of his sorcery points to twin spell again.
Yeah.
And he's gonna firebolt and then heal himself. So I'll hit the one closest to me, F, and then D.
Okay, so it's advantage to hit F.
Crap. Just roll it.
Hold up. That's 3 times you've rolled now.
Has it gone
then.
really slow? Sorry, yeah, it's really lagging for me. It only shows I've done 1 firebolt roll.
Okay. So that's a hit.
How many are on there? How many can you see?
Yeah, because you're rolling with you rolled to hit and then you rolled with advantage, so you rolled 3 times. But we'll take the hit. So just damage.
Yeah, because it's 23 anyway. Yeah. And did you say I get crit damage?
No, because you're not within 5 feet.
So for F first, that was an absolutely terrible, terrible roll.
That's exact opposite of your last turn. So you won on D, you said, didn't you?
That's 14.
Roll to hit.
Oh yeah, sorry.
We'll take the 14.
Advantage.
Not with advantage because it's not paralysed. So we'll take the 19, 14 to hit. Crikey. So Damian's turn, 2 left still.
Oh, I was just a bonus action and healing myself.
Oh, yeah,
as well.
sorry, mate. Yeah, that's fine.
So I've rolled 17.
I think you're on mute, Jake.
Dan's going to move in this way, and then he's going to attack the one that's in front of him.
Okay.
21 to hit.
21 hits.
For 11. 18 points of radiant damage.
Okay, it's very poorly.
Let's go for it again. For 16 to hit.
Yeah.
For 11. For 15 points of radiant damage.
That one dies.
He's just gonna stick the sun sword straight through the vampire spawn's heart as it just kind of crumbles to ashes in front of him.
Nice.
And that's me done.
Okay. Brungrik.
So Brungrik is going to step back so he can get a line of sight on the man up the stairs, about 20 feet to there. So here's an odd one. Sacred Flame is a dex of 17. Are you disadvantaged with that, or?
I have a feeling automatically fails.
Okay. So, yeah, because it won't crit them. Yeah, because it can't crit. So it's 2d8 radiant damage plus 1d8. Wow.
So it automatically fails dexterity saving and strength saving throws.
Okay. Wow. 3 points of radiant damage. 3 ones on 3d8.
Oh, Jesus, man.
Jesus Christ.
Fair, I just had two damage. That guy's hard to hit.
Clearly.
He's super resilient. Anything else?
Sure, I'll move the spirit axe 20 feet towards me, but it's not going to get up there.
Yours to kill then, Lewis. It's quite an acute angle. He's on the floor above there, but you could shimmy around, no doubt.
Well,
No, he's above you on the stairs above.
What? Where he is? Could I see him with a bow and arrow?
From there, you can only just see the top of his head, if that. But the stairs start here and circle around.
Sharpshooter feet. I can see him anyway, even if I can see him.
Yeah. As long as you can see him, you've got a sharpshooter.
All right.
And it's with advantage because he's paralysed. Anyway.
Rolled a 25 anyway.
Okay. I don't think he can survive it, regardless of what damage you roll, mate, to be honest with you.
8.
That's still enough. How did he die?
So Barwolf just sees Grunrick doing that, and then he just goes bang like that. Bit of like a Legolas shot straight through the head.
Nice.
Not even looking. Not even looking.
So we're still in initiative order. Does anyone else want to do anything? It's, in theory, you've got the rest of your movement left with Barwolf.
By the way, Dave, I forgot to mention any magical darkness within that 30-foot radius as well has been dispelled. So if there's any magical darkness in that room, it's now gone. I don't know if it applies or not, but
No.
I didn't think it did.
I mean, didn't we launch a firelight ball at the Amber Golem earlier?
Yeah. I don't know if it hit.
That would have been protected from the blast because of these bits of Felamalad.
Just felt a slight warmth.
Yeah.
Scorchio.
tickled him a little bit.
I mean, we're gonna have to go down there to go after that dickhead, aren't we?
No, Lewis.
Yeah.
Why though? Why though?
Theodor agrees with Barwolf. Go get him, son.
We do
I mean,
need to kill
I
him.
can see the amber golems. I can see it. I've got like a good range of it. I can see its leg. I can see its hand. Bit of the knee. I could fire an arrow to the knee. We could go down that way.
The Amber Golem hasn't moved yet. And as you're looking into the room where you are, you can see flashes of what looks like silver coins, gold, silver, copper coins. Lots of them piled up in this corner of the room.
Well,
This is
we're
a
going in that
bad
room whether we like it or
tactical
not.
decision.
We do like money.
We do like money.
Okay.
It's all on
do it.
Barwolf, isn't it?
You know all of the other vampire spawn. I know the ones that I've hit with the sun sword have almost like disintegrated, but like the other ones, like now they're dead, like completely turned to ash.
Mm-hmm.
No, have they?
Yes.
Oh right, okay, that's fine.
I won't do anything. I'll end my turn.
Okay.
You wanted to
So-
rest like 5 minutes ago, and now you want to go take on an amber giant.
If you just settled down in the room with the lich, would have been all right. But no, you had to go and look at the staircase.
So we'll finish the turn. Is Valkyn doing anything?
Valkyn is going to move in and hide, just in case the Amber Golem decides to make an appearance.
Okay. So this amber sarcophagus, this amber statue here, you're going to have to touch it to get past it, and you've got this slither of this dark slither looking around.
Oh,
You said like the
Okay,
dark slither
yeah.
almost like follows you around the room when you move.
Yeah.
Oh, creepy.
Talking like Peter Pan's shadow.
Okay. What's the dumb fucking statue?
Say that again, sorry.
I'll touch the statue. I'll hide
Okay.
and I'll touch the statue, Dave.
So as roll your stealth, as you sort of shimmy past the statue and you reach out to touch it, you're transported momentarily away, and you're stood in an amber chamber with this sort of this black sliver is now in front of you, and it's 4 feet tall, just floating in front of you, and it offers you a gift, and it offers you the dark gift of Tenebrous, and you feel this. It's not talking to you, but you can feel a dark gift being offered to you. This specific gift being offered would require you to study arcane knowledge, but you're aware of the fact it's offering you immortality and the chance at lichdom, to become a lich yourself, but you'd have to but you'd have to start learning arcane lore and return, and then you can literally become a lich yourself. Then it's like a snap, and you look around and everyone's where they were. It feels like a good 2-3 minutes to you have passed, but it hasn't. The rest of you don't notice this. And 15 stealth.
So I've not had time to accept or decline.
As it
This
stands,
time,
you're not in a position to accept because you haven't got the prerequisites for this gift. If you get my meaning.
Okay. Yeah.
You have to be Arcana, did you say?
Does that mean they've all got different gifts? I, player, am asking that, not Brungrik, because obviously Brungrik's completely aware of what's going on. I'm suggesting it's Johnson.
This is
Valkyn's
an
the
Obi-Wan
only one
Kenobi
that
moment,
knows.
isn't it? Where it's, I have a bad feeling about this.
So this is
No, we're
not
just
a
going to
hello
send
there,
Valkyn
Well-
around to go and touch them all anyway.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to do. I was going to say I'll move to the other stone and touch that and see what happens.
Okay. Sure. Let's take you out of combat then. What? Yeah. Which one do you want to go to?
I'll go to the west.
West. The one.
Is Valkyn letting on what's going on while he's running around
No.
touching one of these?
No, it's not. Keeping it to himself.
So what I'm going to do? I'm going to take you out of initiative order.
Do we sense anything from these statues, Dave, as we're stood down here?
Yeah, you sense an incredible presence of evil. Almost overwhelming, and you're now seeing Valkyn go from one to another, and you can see Valkyn touching this second sarcophagus.
Can Barwolf kind of lean into Damian at this point and go, you know, there's some great evil here. What is he doing?
I mean, Damian would go and follow up with Valkyn. I think Damian would go and move up and go and place his hand on Valkyn's shoulder.
I think Barwolf will kind of turn around and look at Reman as well, as if to say, is this what you were searching for? Because he mentions that he needed to come to the temple and he was looking for something.
Yeah. I think. What was I looking for?
These are not the statues you are looking for.
Reman is very much in the last few days. He's become more attuned to the fact that he doesn't know what's going on, but he's having more of a desire to absolutely destroy Strahd. He can't quite explain what's going on, and I guess he's feeling this darkness, but I don't think, unless I can roll for something, I don't think I fully understand what's going on in this room.
You can roll you can roll Arcana if you wish.
Okay.
How is it?
I mean, I suppose while you're doing that, Miller, Barwolf will probably turn around and say, you know, the Lich mentioned power in this place. Is this what he means?
He must have come here for some purpose. And whether that was part of his ascension to his lichdom, then that's part of the reason he's stuck here.
So 17, you're not entirely sure. You've not heard of anything like this before.
Could I, in intrigue, you know, I've seen what Valkyn's been doing. Could I sort of follow suit and just, you know, out of intrigue?
Yeah, well, there's absolutely nothing stopping you. So you get the same from the one in the south. You get a dark gift offered to you. Bear with me a second. I'm just gonna have to look something. Just I hate to do it because I can. With the other gift, Mr. Johnson, as you hold your hand out to it, you are offered the dark gift of the vampire. You are again offered immortality. And you would be aware that you... Yeah, so you're offered the dark gift of the vampire, is all I'm going to say to you. Mr. Miller, you are offered with this dark gift of Tenebrous. You can you would have to study more in your chosen art to accept the gift.
Okay.
But you being a necromancer, one second, I'm just gonna finish this off. You being a necromancer, you holding your hand out with the dark gift of Tenebrous, the rituals to become a lich is a closely guarded ancient secret, and you know that people have committed foul, evil acts to be able to do it. But this is being offered to you, but you know you'd have to be more powerful. But this is a way to become a very incredibly powerful, immortal being.
So, as I stand at the moment, I know that I can't accept this gift because I'm not powerful enough. Fair enough.
And you, Mr. Johnson?
Similar question, Dave. Is it the same gift that was being offered at the other sarcophagus? That I don't have the sort of prerequisites.
Yeah, this gift is being freely offered.
Okay. After all, a perception check to see what the gift. What it entails, what
short answer to that is no. And you would automatically become aware of the fact that you're offered a gift, and either you accept it willingly or not, but there's no way to find out what the benefits or possibly ramifications are. So, and what I'll do, is anyone else, because you've got Reman now going and Valkyn going backwards and forwards, what's everyone else doing?
I am going. Reman, having been exposed to this, is going to say to the rest of everyone that having touched this, I have been offered this the power of Tenebrous, and that it is not something that I'm interested in. It is offering me something evil that in my present state, I am, although I deal with necromancy, I'm not interested in this sort of magic and power, and sort of highlight to them that Valkyn has obviously touched this. He's now gone over to that. So these sarcophagus are offering things, and take that as you will. But I've been offered this great power that I don't have the knowledge for, but don't want a part of.
I think having heard Reman talk about that, I'm gonna call out to Valkyn. Like almost like as I put my hand on my shoulder, be like, Valkyn.
Jake, you said Valkyn, and then your mic just cut off from that point on.
Yeah, that's all I said. I'd just I'd call out Valkyn to him.
All right. Theodor's well distant from this. He just doesn't want to be involved in any of this darkness.
Valkyn is he's really, really tempted by the power that's been offered to him. So he doesn't really care where the power comes from, whether it comes from the dark, whether it comes from the light. If he can get that power, he can do what he needs to do, shoot the revenge that he wants. However, hearing Damian's voice, he's been through a lot with Damian. He kind of out of everybody, he would listen to him, and reluctantly and begrudgingly kind of withdraw from the sarcophagus.
Nice. So what's everyone else doing?
Have we touched this other one yet?
No, but
No,
if
the one to the east we haven't touched.
yeah, if you want to, it's not a problem. That's the dark gift of Zudun, the corpse star. This is an offer. This is an offer of a power to raise the ancient dead.
Is that something? Is that something not Valkyn, that Reman would? How would that affect Reman's thoughts? Given what I'm getting at is that he doesn't want to be. He wants to be able to utilize the undead against Strahd, but he doesn't want to sort of become undead or have any part of being undead, if that makes sense. I'm quite prepared to raise skeletons and zombies and things like that to fight against undead, but that are in my control. But anything that I can't control or become Strahd-like, I wouldn't want anything to do with.
Well, that's the difference between raise and reanimate. What you're on about, necromancy is reanimation. Raising is bringing back to life. And this is the power to bring anyone, one person, and it specifically says the ancient dead, back to life. So you know, resurrection's possible. You know that people like Brungrik or possibly Theodor would be able to raise dead, to resurrect, but they'd have to be very, very powerful. But this is offering any of you that wants to accept it the power to bring someone back to life. Doesn't matter how long they've been dead for.
Okay.
We're not selling our soul for this power.
Of course we are, Lars.
That would be something that Reman would be potentially interested in.
And I think Damian would Damian would ask Valkyn what's happened. So Reman's kind of said that he's been offered this power, and then Damian's still a bit clueless as to what's gone on, and he's put his hand on Valkyn's shoulder, and then Valkyn's obviously kind of almost like come out of this kind of like whatever trance kind of state he was in. But I think Damian would almost use that opportunity to maybe ask a little bit more about what I know. Johnson's not here at the moment. I'll have to re-explain it again in a minute, but unless he's listening. He's got his... But yeah, so I'd turn around to Valkyn and I say, like, "Are you okay, my friend?"
So it's sort of turned back.
The Daleks have invaded.
So Andy or Mike's gone.
So while you're sorting your mic out, Andy, I think like Barwolf will probably go up to Brungrik and say, "What do you make of this? You've got a keen eye."
Keen eye. Brungrik wants nothing to do with it. If it's all oozing dark magic, he's a no-go.
Theodor's the same. He's trying to be after the evil that he's done in the past. He's on a path of virtue and he's trying to be altruistic. So he's well away from this. He's just stood on the back balcony, just watching the rest of the gang, just having a think.
Like he's all for trying to beat Strahd in that, but this is a bit much for him.
And I think Damian's now in that agreement. Like, there's almost a right way that we go about defeating Strahd, and it's powers like this that made Strahd in the first place.
Yeah, it's almost that mentality of becoming the monster while trying to kill the monster. I think there's another way it's said, a better way it's said, but yeah.
It's an Anakin Skywalker, isn't it? It's like it's just after Any use of the Force?
Can you hear me all right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
no.
what are
Yeah.
Theodor's looking at Valkyn thinking, is this a young Anakin looking at right now?
So after sort of hearing Damian, he'll turn to Damian to sort of repeating what he said before. Sort of power's power. We need it to defeat Strahd, but if it's in the it means becoming a vampire. I fear I might become a puppet of Strahd. That's a step I'm not willing to take.
I think that was a wise choice, my friend. I think the powers that possess are active within this temple are probably the same powers that gifted him with his immortality in the first place. We have other means to defeat Strahd now, and we will do it. We will vanquish him.
I mean, the resurrection one is interesting. This is me as a player saying it, not as a.
Yeah, this
is interesting because that opens.
This is where Reman's at. Reman's very interested in this resurrection gift.
Well, I guess the only
and if he's capable of accepting this gift, then he would probably accept it without the knowledge of the others, unless they were fully on board. But if not, then he would just sort of keep it to himself until we needed to resurrect somebody.
Well,
I mean,
the
I'm
only other thing.
overthinking this massively, but to me, Ancient Dead is skeletons. Ancient Dead is something that's been dead for a very long time, and everything's gone. So to me,
But
I
there's
was
potential.
thinking that the clues were in the like you said, Ancient Dead. So if one of us died, would I be able to resurrect them?
See, that wouldn't be Ancient Dead, though, would it? And that's what I'm
No.
trying to think of. Is it more? If it was more
That's
worded
resurrect.
along the lines of if someone was to fall, you could raise them, then you think, yeah, maybe it's easy, it's great restoration. But raising ancient undead to me is more like, is it like raise undead? Do you know what I mean? Is it more like that? And if it's got a dark twist on it, I very much doubt it's going to be something that's beneficial.
Is
The
that
other side of
something
this
is that something I can look at, Dave? A bit more understanding as to whether it's one of my fellow companions, if I could resurrect them, or just like we were saying, proper Ancient Dead.
We'll probably just overthink it, but
Yeah, you don't know. The gift is being offered. What you would all know is that when you're relatively low level, you can only resurrect. You can only bring people back to life that have suffered traumatic injuries, that have died less than a minute. The more powerful you become, that stretches to I forget how. Yeah, an hour, something like a year, and so on and so forth, until you get to ultimate power resurrection, where like true resurrection is pretty much what this seems to be offering you, is an incredibly top level powerful, the sort of the equivalent D&D equivalent of the Pope, being able to cast this ability, but it would include recently deceased.
I mean, Damian.
If Reman was to accept this gift, he would have the choice then of how he uses it.
Yep, that seems to be the suggestion.
But the other thing, so Damian would almost like when is this being actively discussed, or is this something that just like Reman's going through in his mind?
At the moment, it's going through my mind. I'm trying to ascertain, or I'm sort of thinking it over, mulling it over in my head. What is this going to do? I've got something that in mind that, or something has been playing on my mind, and I want the ability to destroy Strahd, and if that means, I obviously dabble in the arts of resurrecting bones and what have you to use my means. It's something I've not used for a long time, but recently it's been playing on my mind, and I am just focused on Strahd at the moment. And
is this something that you're now communicating to us? That's what I'm trying to get at, or is this just like an inner monologue?
This is going on in my mind. You've not seen me create skeletons or zombies for a long time, and all of a sudden today I've just brought them up. And I think I'm going to accept this gift of resurrection. With the things that are weighing on my mind at the moment.
Okay, charisma saving throw.
Oh, hell.
I mean, can we try and stop him, Dave? Because assumingly he's got to walk towards this statue to touch it.
You wouldn't
He's
know
already
what's coming
touching
through
it.
his head.
Where is it? But it is charisma.
Okay, so what you guys see is Reman just walks over to this amber sarcophagus. This sliver of dark energy moves to his hand, and as a split second passes, as Reman turns back to you, Reman, you're now aware of the fact that you can resurrect anyone, even if it's just a millennia old toenail. You can bring someone back to life just once. But what Reman is not aware of, that the rest of you see as he turns back towards you, is his complexion's changed. He looks moribund. His eyes are sunken. All moisture has left his peripheries, and he looks dead.
Well, that's
Wow.
good.
Damian
Yes.
would look back at him and just be like, "What have you done?"
I would address the group, and I would say I've been feeling uneasy the last couple of days, but I am doing these things for the group. I am just solely focused on eliminating Strahd.
And I think Damian would comment back at that and said, from reading the diary of Strahd, we learnt that he would do things for the ones that he loved and cared about. And look where that got him.
To which point I would say to you that I'm bound by my people and the Raven Queen, and that is my sole purpose in life. I will help you, and I will sacrifice myself if I need to.
I think
I'll speak to you about this in a bit, Dave.
with that, Damian will be like, "Well, the damage is already done."
Yeah. Theodor says the same. He's just leaning on the banister, looking over at Reman, and just kind of shaking his head like, "That was risky, dude."
Barwolf's gonna walk up to Reman and like look at him and see the deafness. He's not like maliciously. He's gonna pull his sword out and just hold out your hand. He's just wants to, like, cut your hand and say, "Can you feel that?"
To which I would say yes, and I relish the pain.
Okay.
Yeah, and you see blood.
Man.
I would also say, take this as my oath. I'm here to work with you. I am no way against you. I'm here to destroy Strahd.
roll perception on Reman and make sure he's telling the bloody truth.
What we'll do is, because it's 10:30 virtually, so we'll end the session there and pick it up next time with your insight check.
Ooh-wee!
Ooh-wee.